Canadian Nationals. Started like a 12-week prep, so about halfway through prep, so getting to the nitty-gritty now. Training's getting a little tougher, but these are the most important training sessions at this point now. A lot of people let off the gas right around now because it starts getting hard, but that's when you got to keep the weights heavy, keep the intensity high during your workout, so that's what we're trying to do today with the back session. Warming up, some stiff arm pull downs. It's a good way to warm up, just get the lats going, but you don't use your biceps so you don't tire your biceps too early. Save them for the rows and pull downs where the real work's being done. So usually start most back workouts with these, just get some blood in the back, blood in the lats before you move on to heavier stuff. So good for injury prevention as well. Already warmed up, so I don't need any warm-up sets. Maybe don't try this at home if you're doing this by yourself. Half the battle of working out is loading plates. The goal one day is to be getting paid to do this, and you have someone do this for you. Those days are very far away from me. So I position the seat pretty high. My goal on this exercise is to target my lower lat with a row, so I try to pull low and lean into it a little bit. I like to do these unilaterally, so one arm at a time. Just helps me focus on what I'm doing a little bit more and like really focus on squeezing the lat I'm trying to work. But you'll notice that I never work like the second side, is like not always second. Like I started that set with my right arm and finish my left. So next I'll start with my left arm, finish my right arm. You don't always want to work the same side second when you're doing unilateral movements because you'll develop imbalance that way. Although you are working one side, you're still technically working both, even when you're only using one arm. So always alternate which arm you start with. Finish. I'm gonna do a pull down, so I'm gonna do reverse grip. So reverse grip pull downs are really good for working the front part of your lat. So that's what we see when we do our front lat spread pose. Front double bicep pose, you're trying to show off this part of your lat, so that's where this exercise works. And it's good to do that after a row. Because with the row, we pump a lot of blood into our lats. And now with the pull down, we'll go heavy and we'll stretch all that out. So we'll stretch all the blood back out to our lat and the rest of our back. So it's good for making you grow. One thing you'll notice with my rep range this workout, it's almost all like 8 to 10 reps. It's because my training phase previous to this one, I was doing a lot of 12 to 15. So that was, probably switched my phases around 3 weeks ago. So I'm about halfway through this phase of that 8 to 10 rep range. So going a little bit heavier, trying to get 10 reps most sets, but if I get 8, it's okay. So yeah, so we got 10 reps the first set, made it a little heavier. Just got 8 that set, so now that's the target weight. So now we gotta get 2 more sets at that weight. So every exercise I'll typically do 1 more up set, just to find that working set weight I want. When I can just get the desired amount of reps I want at that weight, I'll do 3 sets of that weight. So, it's a lot more than just pyramiding up for 1 hard set and then calling it there. You want to pyramid up till you find that hard set and do that motherfucker 3 times. So now what we're doing is we're pre-exhausting our upper back with wide grip rows before we get to the main event of this workout, which is going to be rack pulls. So pre-exhausting these rows, and we'll head over to the squat rack. Feeling pretty good today. And that's the rule in prep, man. You got a bit of extra juice in the tank. You got to use it. It's not the time to leave anything behind. So it's just a rack deadlift. So we're pulling from just below knee height. So the idea of a rack deadlift is to keep the focus on your upper back and your lats, and none on the lower body. That's why we're pulling from just below the knee instead of from the floor like a normal deadlift. So. But this is where the real work happens here now. This is the meat and potatoes of this back day. Right to 500 or 495, whatever you want to call it. So there is a fine line in contest prep between pushing yourself and not being an idiot. For example, my last show I did back in April, 7 weeks out. I typically do squats like 4 or 5 sets, 8 or 10. But I went in on a leg day, felt really strong. 7 weeks out, and I went up to 455 on squats. First rep, tore my quad. Had a lot of swelling in my quad for about a month. Couldn't train legs for like 3 weeks. Ended up coming second overall at that show. Not saying the injury is why, definitely not, but you know, like my point basically is that your body is getting weaker as your body fat's getting lower, and shit will snap. So push it, but make sure you're in control of what you're doing. Typically wouldn't even rack pull on the day before I train legs. We're hitting legs tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. Because of your lower back, I'm probably going to squat tomorrow. But that's why we're going to use this now. Another chest supported row. Just take my lower back completely out of the movement. So I don't want to use that anymore this workout. I want to save it for tomorrow for legs. So chest supported T-bar rows next. Finish off the upper back and lats with this. Thing about this gym, you know, it's hardcore because some of the plates are so old that they're like 44 pounds and shit. Some of these are in kilograms, so for this kind of shit it doesn't matter. But if you're trying to do stuff with barbell, you gotta watch it because you can have a few pounds off each side. High carb days, you get a sick pump, but like if I come in here on a low carb day, I can't even feel anything because I'm just moving weight from point A to point B. So you can play with your head a bit. because it doesn't feel like you're doing shit, but that comes with the territory of prep. So typically, wouldn't hit biceps on back day, but time is permitting today, and we're training legs tomorrow, like I said. So training biceps today won't affect anything I'm doing tomorrow, and then Thursday's going to be a rest day. So it's all good. Might as well get them in while you can. Like I said, in prep, if you got time to do it, you just do it. If anything, you're going to burn more calories, which is going to burn more fat. Get you close to your goal of being peeled and hitting the stage. Peace out.